I don't know why it's not just letting me take it off mute, but it's like I'm pressing this button, then my phone go back to mute. I don't know why it's doing that.
I don't know.
Okay, so let me just see you with your hand raised, and then you can go back. Oh,
Okay,
hand.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, okay. Oh, the other hand, right hand. Okay, okay. Okay, so I see one payment that was received, well, about a month ago now on the 31st. So, Mr. Clark, what's going on with you?
I was making the payments. I had the job I had.
No, you made one payment.
It's not funny.
Are there some others that we're not aware of?
No, ma'am. Probably not. Not after that. No, ma'am.
Okay, so did something happen to that job?
No, ma'am.
So are you working now?
Yes, ma'am.
So why aren't you paying?
Well, I signed up for them to take it out my check. So I literally thought it was going to start coming out my pay automatically.
Okay, so Miss Arena Camarillo, can you give me an update on what you have regarding an income deduction order? Oh, you're on mute.
It's not in place yet. So let me see when it went out. Came in July 12th, did an MRA. Employer verification was uploaded July 12th. It went out. So it went out July 11th, and we have not heard back.
Could I say something?
Sure. Let me just tell Mr. Clark something.
Okay.
Mr. Clark, now you realize that you are responsible for making those payments until they actually start coming out of your paycheck, right?
I do now. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we tell everybody that.
I thought they was going to start taking it out. So
well, yeah, but you know whether money, whether your paycheck is less than it was before. So you know we can't, that's not a good excuse. So that means you must have some money saved up.
Yeah,
haven't been paid.
Yeah, and I'm gonna speak because this been going on too long. And I have a child. My child going to be 10. And when you have a child, it's supposed to be 50-50. And Mr. Clark, don't get me wrong. Time down got nothing to do with, but when it comes to payment,
okay, hold on, Mr. Clark.
I'm not getting, like you said, you see one payment. That's not right. That's not good. I got bills, life, just like Mr. Clark. And yeah, he do have some money saved up. And Mr. Clark paying bills, he got a place over his head, a roof over his head, and doing everything else, cars. Mr. Clark could pay money. It's no such thing for no excuse. What excuses I got? What excuses I'm making? I'm not just giving $50 or $100 a month. No.
Okay, so Mr. Clark, I'm not going to go back into the past on you. What I need to see is I need $520 on this account, and I'm going to tell you by when. Because I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell a lot of people. You are blessed to have such a low child support amount. You need to stop taking it for granted, because there are a lot of people who I go through these cases who are paying anything that's in the $200 range. If I were you, I wouldn't mess with it, because, people can go back and they will get an adjustment upwards. Go what? Well,
this is the only child support issue I have. I'm on child support for another child also. And I do take care of my child. I do give money. I do send money. I do have cash help. I give money all through the year. I buy shoes, I buy clothes, and I just bought school supplies and schoolwear.
And you heard what I said in the thing. If you're doing that, I want you to stop and just pay your child support. Don't if you want to give a little gift to your child, then use your best discretion and give your child a gift, but understand that is not child support. And we do not consider that as you taking care of your child. You're really trying to make yourself feel better and and make the child happy when you give them a little something here and there, but you're really not supporting that child, because what we need is the lights to be on, that child has air conditioning, for that child, for that rent to be paid. That's called support. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, are we gonna have any problems with you? Are you gonna be able to pay that $520? And I'm sorry, I got distracted. Let me just give you my next hearing date. This is September 1st.
Tina in there yet? Tina in there?
Uh-oh, keep it down. Okay, so let's see, I'm the 1st and the 3rd. Is my 3rd Friday, Mr. Freeman, the 22nd of September? Okay, so I'm gonna put you right back on the calendar because I don't want this money to fall too far behind because we need August and we need September. So that's what I want to see by the 22nd of September.
It's actually
okay.
Yes, ma'am. How much?
Okay, $520.
That's a
Okay.
lot of money.
But you've been saving up. You haven't paid. You've been working and you haven't paid. You know, you haven't been paying. That's all I can say. And you've had a job all this time. So you figure it out.
I know it. Wow. All right.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. Say, what did you say?
I said yes, ma'am. So
Okay.
I'm saying I don't make that much money. So it's like, and I do have bills, you know. So and I have 7 children. So I'm on child support for 3. And I don't, you know, I explain to her all the time, you know what I'm saying? I split my money equal as possible. You know what I'm saying? These the only 2 kids I'm on child support
So
for.
when you say you split it, when you split it equally and you give 0, does that mean that you give 0 to everybody?
No, ma'am, I just be doing it wrong by not putting it on child support, but I do give cash money, which I know you said is considered a gift or giving,
right?
Which and I should have been going through child support, but I do pay.
Okay, well now remember, moving forward, pay through child support, okay? Because I don't want you to be putting your money, you know, in places that it will not count. So make sure that you put it towards child support. But I will be following up with you on September the 22nd, because if that money had been income, you know, payroll deducted like you thought it would have been, then it would have been paid to her by now. But it's not. So we need to get caught up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Judge,
Yes.
it's actually September 15th.
Oh, what am I looking at? I'm sorry. September 15th is going to be
what that mean, ma'am?
Okay,
so I need to pay before September 15th.
Okay, I'm going to cut you a little break because I will admit that that is going to pop up really soon, and you might only have 1 paycheck between now and then. Mr. Freeman, what's my first October court?
October 6th.
Okay, I'm going to give you till October 6th to get that taken care of. Okay? Okay, so,
yes, ma'am.
Okay then. It looks like things were getting a little better and then it just suddenly stopped. So, Mr. Dorsey, what's going on?
I just been having car problem. Been trying to get my car fixed, and but I paid $250 on it yesterday.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you receive that yet, Miss Milton? It might be too soon. No.
I did. Would I receive the fee, or are they split?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Would I receive the whole $250, or are they gonna split that with his other case? The last payment he made was supposed to be $500, but I guess they split it.
Yeah. And they'll probably, Miss Arena Camarillo, can you update us? They'll probably do the same with this, right? Yeah.
Yes, let me take a look and see if it's all splitting. I don't see that the payments on this case split. On Mr. Dorsey's case, I'm not seeing that payments split typically.
So, Mr. Dorsey, did you pay $500 the last time, or did you pay $357?
No, I paid $500.
On July 21st, I show $357. Is that the payment you're talking about on July 21st?
No, I had a receipt where I paid.
What
where
day?
I paid $500. Yes.
What day?
Uh.
I mean, if you have the receipt, just take a look at it.
It was a, I gotta pull it up. It was a couple of days before the last time I went back to court. 1 second.
Okay.
And he said in the next 2 weeks, he would make another $500 payment. And he didn't.
Yeah, I didn't make
Okay.
that payment because I was trying to get my car fixed.
And is your job the type that we can do an income deduction order from?
No, I get
Mr. Dorsey?
paid. I get paid cash. I do landscaping.
Now, what you're going to need to do in this, type of situation so that you don't fall behind is that you're going to have to pick up some additional work. Things are busy during the summer. You're going to have to, work 2 jobs, to keep things going.
Yeah, that's what my plan was. I was trying to find I was just doing the landscaping until I found another job to start deducting from my check, so I could just take the money out. But I was just doing the landscaping so I could pay something.
Because you understand your child support is $640 plus $128 towards the arrearage.
Yes.
Okay.
1,000 behind. So just
it was paid on the 20th. July 20th.
Can you email me a copy of that receipt?
Can you see it?
Hold on 1 second. Let me make my screen bigger. July 20th. So can you show me where that's DCSS? Can you show me, back it out a little bit?
I can't remember the code to the app right now, but it was a screenshot from it's the DCSS app. You can see it at the top.
Where does it say that? What does it say?
Well, it's a website that they bring to us a credit card payment.
I got you. Well, I can tell you this, that's not what they've got. That is what I can tell you. What they have got is the total amount paid. So the way it works is I'll see the total amount you paid that day, and then I'll see what amount went to this case. And what they've got is July 21st, $357.42, all of which went to this case.
But it does say 514 on there.
I can't tell what that, I don't see DCSS on there or his case number on there.
I could give you the case number, like.
Right, I know you could. Trust me, and I'm not trying to imply in any way that you're not telling the truth in any way. But on that receipt, I can't see anything confirming that's a payment to our office. Like your case number isn't on. If you could email me something like it should have your case number on there.
It just have a confirmation ID and a transaction ID. When you go on the app, it sends you it direct you to another website to pay the money.
Yep. So
Okay.
In your portal, though, it'll show that payment. You'll see. You should just contact them. That's not the amount that they show that was paid. Okay.
Yeah. So you need to follow up, Mr. Dorsey, because of course we don't want there to be anything going on that is making it so that this money is not being applied correctly. So, follow up and find out where that money is going to.
Yeah, because I went to specifically Yana's case and paid the $500.
Well, I don't know if you can do that when you have another child. I think it's going to automatically split no matter what you do. But, what I don't want to happen is that the other parent isn't getting money that they're entitled to. So that's why I want you to follow up just to make sure that everything is going right. But what this means in terms of you, though, is that you're going to have to start putting more money towards your case in general in order for Ms. Milton to get the child support amount that the court has ordered you to pay, because your arrearage is just going to continue to go up and up and up. And, we're going to have to do something to get that under control. Okay. So we're going to reset you because we need to make sure that things keep moving forward. And I'm going to put you down for my third Friday in October. Is that October the 20th, Mr. Freeman?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so October the 20th. I want to see both of you back on this calendar, and that way we can make sure that the money keeps moving forward. I understand that the well, let me ask you, how much can you put towards this case? You know, I think you need to at least be doing $500 a month until you get this other job.
500.
I mean, because understand that's going to still split. So, you know, until you get another job, I'm trying to cut you a break, but that's, you know, I think that's a reasonable amount, because at the least then Miss Milton, it looks like she might get the higher portion, but at least she'll get $350 to help towards the child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And like I be trying to communicate with Miss Milton and let her know my situation and stuff, but she could send me messages, but I can't send her messages because she got me blocked.
And unfortunately, you know, we can't do anything about that. I think what she wants is to see the money. So, you know, that's, you know, the main thing. And, you know, I don't want to be cold about it, but she probably doesn't want to hear the reasons why you can't pay. She wants to be able to support, you know, the child. Okay.
Yeah. The child that never mind. Okay.
Yeah, don't go into anything else. Okay, I'm going to dismiss both of you until October the 20th, okay?
He doesn't appear so, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Gorham, you haven't paid child support in 2 years. What's going on? Oh, you're muted.
I was just in court with you last month about this. Remember?
But when I bring you back is so that you can pay money. What is the reason why you haven't paid?
We always just went through the judge. I just told you, me and my baby mom was in a relationship, and the case was closed. That's what I thought. You know, we went through this last month, and you told me to make a payment, which I did. That's the reason why you reset me for here.
You made a payment?
Yes.
Miss Irina Camarillo, do you see anything?
I don't, Your Honor.
What do I need to show it? It's on the DCS website. That's what I paid to.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. 2021 is the last payment. When did you pay it?
Oh, you're back on mute, Mr. Gordon.
I said I have the screenshot. Do I need to show it?
Okay, why don't you go ahead and converse through the chat with Miss Irina Camarillo and get her that information so that we can do a little bit of investigating to find out why it's not making it to
Well,
the
Your Honor,
account.
can he answer when he paid it? Because if he paid it this week, why it's not on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you just paid it recently. How much did you pay?
The amount that on the 270.
And are you going to maintain making those payments twice a month?
I really was trying to see, like, how can I go back, because this I'm supposed to be getting in the fatherhood program. They don't never call this like it's been ongoing. You know what I'm saying? Then like it like y'all work against us, but y'all helping them. You feel what I'm saying? Because they can open and close the case whenever they want. They get mad at you about certain stuff, then they want to go take child abandonment warrants out on you. Because my child support case was closed, and then all of a sudden I come up with a child abandonment warrant there because female get mad at me.
Well, it doesn't change the fact that your child needs money to live on.
I take care of my kids. I take good care of my kids. I'm over here in a $400,000 house. You feel what I'm saying? I have 7 kids. This the only person I go through this with. You feel what I'm saying? And I do for all mine, every last one of them.
Okay, but you know, there's a request being made that you pay through child support. So
I know
that's what we went
through this
last
month, Your Honor. We went through this last month, and you told me don't do nothing because I can show you countless of cash apps. You feel what I'm saying? And you told me don't do nothing but pay child support.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And which I can understand, you know, that's to protect me, but in innocent, when you have kids by women who put themselves before the kids and the money ain't going to the kids, then you see your kids. Your kids are a reflection of you. But yet still you can't do nothing for them because it's considered a gift. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but if you pay money towards child support, you are doing something for your kids. So that's the way you need to look at it.
In the eyes of the court, you are. In the eyes of the court, you are, but technically
there are things that you can do if you're that concerned. I'm sure, the mother of the child has rent. You can make the payment directly towards the rent if you feel that that's what you need to do. You can make the payment directly towards the utilities. If you feel that, something is
it going to go to a child support?
If you bring the receipt that shows that it's for her home, that's not our preferred way of you handling it. But yes, I mean, like I said at the beginning, if you're paying a bill that would normally be paid by, the custodial parent, and you present proof of that, then I am going to count that.
Okay.
If you want to pay her rent every month,
no, I don't.
That's fine.
Ain't nobody helping me pay mine.
Well, but you don't, yeah, but you're not the custodial parent of the child either. So nobody's responsibility.
That's just in the eyes of the law. But when, I just ain't go run to the police and to the courts about certain things. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to, like you said, I'm just going to pay the child support and just deal with it. That's it. But I just paid.
Okay. So the question is because the 270 gets you about halfway there. Are you going to make another payment for this month?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I paid for last month. See, that's how the type of work I do contract work. So I only get paid twice a month. My check comes twice a month.
Okay, so I'm going to put you back on for 1020 because the petitioner is not here. We're just going to go ahead and put you back on so that we can just verify whether things are running smoothly.
Yes,
okay, so you are excused for today. And again, I'll see you on October the 20th.
Can you hear me?
You are dismissed. Yes, I can hear you.
James did appear. He's probably trying to learn how to figure out how to say something.
Okay, Mr. Harper, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, there I see you now. Okay, now I hear you. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I am showing, this can't be true. I'm showing one payment in 2016 and nothing else.
The case was closed and reopened while I was in confinement. I didn't know I was back on child support until a couple months ago when I was pulled over by the police and they told me my license was suspended. So everything that I've done for my child up until recently was basically a gift. I don't mind paying child support. I was on child support all this time. Everything that I've done for her, I would have just went through the child support agency.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I got an out balance. I went up to the child support office. They told me about it.
Okay. And so are you working a job?
I was, but due to the fact that my license was suspended, I lost the job. So because I was driving, delivering packages.
Okay, so now you can go to child support and get the information on how to get your driver's license restored, right?
I'm working on that now. $1,200 to child support and for them to release the hold on license.
Okay, so you said did you do that already?
No, I'm working on it. I gotta pay $1,200. Yes.
Okay, and about when do you think you'll be settled on that?
I say about a week or two. I just gotta save up the rest of the $1,200 to make that one payment. It's going toward child support though. But I'm in the real probably like 20. I didn't know.
Yeah, 26,000. Well, just remember, whenever a child support case is opened, even when it gets closed, the money still continues to grow. So,
Right.
So, so it's always a good thing to make those payments directly into child support, no matter what, so that you don't have that obligation growing on you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reset you until October the 6th to see where you are with that $1,200 payment so that we can get your driver's license reestablished, and then we can work towards seeing about getting this payment more regular. Because the other thing I'm going to tell you is that $264 a month is a very low child support amount. So you need to do what you can. That is doable. Okay.
I thought it was 317.
It is with the arrearage, but but your initial child support amount is what this court is primarily concerned about. I'm not saying you don't owe the amount towards the arrearage, because obviously you've got a very high arrearage, but 264 is what I'm charged with enforcing. So what we want to do is at some point to get an income deduction order going, as soon as you start working a regular job. But I'm cutting you a little bit of a break right now. I understand you got, to get that driver's license back in place so that you can start making more money. And it's not unreasonable too. You just have the one child?
I have two children, but I'm not on child support for my son. He's in Ohio.
Okay. So, so this is really, this 264 plus the 53 is really all you have that is mandatory.
Right. I can handle that. That's not that.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to see you back on October the 6th so that we can make sure things keep moving. Ms. Bailey, you're going to be okay?
I've been surviving this long.
Okay.
I guess so.
Giving her money. Don't do that.
He's been giving gifts when he wants.
Right.
My child is 13 and I'm just now taking this child abandonment step because she is going into high school next year and my pockets are being drained from my teenager that's been getting gifts from her father all her life.
Right. Okay. Okay. Okay, Mr. Harper, you can understand. Well, you would be able to understand if you were actually taking care of the child. I mean, children are expensive. And 264 is nothing.
She's lying. Whatever. Okay.
No, she's not, because 264 is
got
nothing.
$250 from me last week.
That's a gift, sweetie. She's in cheerleading. Okay. Jamie is 13. You gave her a $250 gift after we just spent $1,500 on her 13th birthday. Thanks, Dad.
That's what y'all wanted to do.
You gave her $250 for her birthday. That is not child support, sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's not assistance.
I'm going to agree with Miss Bailey. If you want to look good, then to your child, then you go ahead and you give them that gift. But that's not child support. You need to make sure that you take care of the child support first, and then anything above and beyond you can give to the child. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll see both of you on October the 6th, and you guys both have a good weekend. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you could both put your
she did all that. She did all that and ain't even nothing happened.
I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever. Where's Miss okay, so I am showing that the last payment was on May the 30th, and it was a rather small amount. Tell me what is going on, Mr. Hicks. Did you work less hours? Did something happen to your job? What's going on?
I'm just now getting a job just now. I'm just now getting a job, so I'll be able to pay when I get out of this 2-week and the whole thing.
Okay, so can you give the information regarding your new job to Miss Irina Camarillo in the chat so that we can go ahead and get an income deduction order started?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and excuse you so that you can do that right now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Miss Searles, is everything going okay for you?
No, this one is he's not gonna pay. It's just somebody probably gave him that. He's not gonna do it. So
okay. Well, I'm gonna put
that payment. If you can see how high his arrears are, and then before the
I can
payment,
see that.
Before that, he comes up with all types of things. So I know this is. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell him. I'll give the information to quit the job because he has his own company. His kid's about to be 18. Like I'm just over it. He won't help me. Nothing for school.
So, Mr. Hicks,
nothing.
Is it true that you have your own business?
Yes.
Mr. Hicks, you're under oath. Yes or no? Do you have your own business?
No.
No.
I can pull it up. I can information. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna, go back and forth. I can see that there's $48,000 worth of arrearages, and I can see that there is only, the child support is very low, $376.
Yes.
And I am looking at the pay from child support, and it looks like we get one minimal payment each year. One payment in 2021, one payment in 2022, and one payment in 2023. So I am not impressed with what you have been doing thus far. So
you haven't just got one payment a year. You haven't just got one payment a year.
That's what we're showing. So, I mean, don't argue with Ms. Searles. That's what we are showing on our child support report. Do you have evidence of other payments?
I mean, it's on the child support website, but
Right.
one
This
payment
is
a year is not
exactly
true.
well, and I
It
am
don't
reading
even
to
say that
you.
on the website.
So for the last 2 years, Mr. Hicks, is showing in 2023, I show one payment. In 2022, I show one payment. And then I do show, you know, that you paid more consistently in 2021. But for this year and last year, it's just one payment per year. Is that correct?
Yep.
Nah, that ain't right.
He won't do it at all. He won't help me. I don't know why. Not even birthday. I take gifts like the other parents. At least the other parents are getting gifts. I don't get anything. Food shopping.
Okay.
Teenagers. I need help.
Okay.
Sometimes
And
I'm not even a hard.
I understand that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you back on our calendar for October the 20th. So I'm giving you a nice amount of time. But by October the 20th, I want $1,000 to go towards this account. And I'm sure that if we don't see it, that Ms. Searles won't have any problem, coming in to sign that warrant. I do believe that you got your own business and that, you're not putting anything towards child support.
If I had my own business, I'd be paying. I lost everything.
Yes.
I lost everything.
And Your Honor, on the last court visit that we just left, you told him he was required to make 3 payments, and you said that if he did by this court date, he would have a warrant. He hasn't made payments.
And I told you, and I said I was incarcerated too. That can be pulled up.
Yeah, they was talking. That was the beginning of the year, but you still don't pay.
How you gonna tell me?
Okay. Wait a minute. I'm okay.
Pull it up.
Okay, Mr. Hicks, let's stop right now. So when were you incarcerated?
Just I got incarcerated. July 4th, I got incarcerated, and you can pull it up yourself.
Okay, for how long? No, I'm not going to pull it up. So, how long were you in jail?
I was incarcerated for over 30 days. I lost everything. I lost everything. I lost everything, and then for me, for the reason that I was incarcerated, it was an unlawful arrest. They just laid me out of jail, like for something that I didn't even do. So between the 30 days, I lost everything. I lost all my trucks. I lost everything.
That's not true.
But you got to understand. So you got to understand, Mr. Hicks. Wait a minute. Okay, Ms. Searles, hold on. I'm going to deal with this. Mr.
How is it not true when you can pull it up?
I'm not going to do truth or false or whatever. All I'm going to tell you is, how do you explain the fact that, because now you just admitted to having these trucks and to having your own business.
And I lost everything.
I understand that. But how is it that for the past 2 years, when you had all of this, you only paid $150 towards your child? Now, I don't want to hear about how bad times are right now. I want to know why you didn't do what you could have done when you had the money.
Thank you.
Okay, nope. I hear you. So that's why by October 20th, I want $1,000 put on this account. Because what you're telling me basically by your actions is that if you had the money, you wouldn't pay it anyway. And that's going to need to change.
I'm gonna have to pay that. I'm gonna have to pay that anyways. Just last week while driving to my new job, I get pulled over and get my license taken. So I got to pay more than $1,000 anyways, just to get my license back.
It seems to me that you're causing all of your problems. So I don't really want to hear about it because you're causing it. If you had been up to date, we've got $48,000 worth of arrearages. So that does not indicate to me that you have been reliably paying child support. And I do look at that. If you were good before and then a mishap happens, I can understand that. But when you haven't been doing it the whole time, when you have the ability, and then you want me to listen to a mishap, all I want to know is, when can you get out there and start working 2 or 3 jobs so that you can start paying this child support and get back on track? So I'm going to dismiss you. October the 20th is when I want to see you back again. And I'm sorry that I have to keep making you come to these hearings, Ms. Searles, because it's a burden for everybody. But we need to make you understand that you need to pay this child support. And Ms. Searles is right. You were told to pay 3 payments last time and you didn't do that. So you are where you are because this is what you brought on yourself. Okay, you are both excused. Yes. Okay, so next I have Ms. Okay, so I see a payment for $400 on July the 10th, but then it just stopped. So tell me what's going on, Mr. Holloway?
Oh, nothing major. I just been out of town and working, but I sent a payment in on the. Actually, I can't send it in today because I'm at work, and they be closed on Saturdays and they close on Monday, so I got to go in the office Tuesday. Because every time I try to send a payment online, for some reason it don't work right. So I send it in through the office, so I make sure it goes through.
So how much are you going to pay? How much are you going to pay on Tuesday?
$400.
Let's make that 473, which is your child support obligation, because you're going to have to, because I'm glad that you've been making some sporadic payments, but you've got an arrearage of $25,000. So, and I see your landscaping logo on, and this is a great time of the year for you to be paying, because I suspect that in the winter months, things are going to get bad. So we need to get what we can get right now. So I need you to pay that 473, and I need you back here on October the 6th so that we can keep following up to make sure that that money gets paid on a kind of an even regular basis, because up until now, it has not been regular. It's very sporadic. You understand? Okay. So, again, both of you, October the 6th, and make sure that you get that money in so that I can see it by that date, because if you pay it the day before, I'm not going to be able to see it. You understand?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Judge, can I say
Yes.
something?
Yes.
You rescheduled us for last month. He's
Mhm.
saying working. No, he went on a cruise.
A
So
cruise. Oh, I didn't know about that.
He was on a plane an hour after we got off of court when you told us to reschedule because he didn't call in. So no, if he had money to go on a cruise, he had money to pay. We have been coming to you for a year, and I don't understand.
Yeah, I recognize your names.
Yeah, he keep giving you these same excuses. So no, he not contributing anything. He's not doing nothing. He only will pay when you put a warrant out.
Okay, I understand.
Go ahead, y'all.
So I'm going to change that to, I need to see $946.
I'm not going to be able to pay that.
Okay, that's
only
fine.
I can pay that. I can pay the installment for that.
Well, I'm sorry, but you managed to pay for that cruise. You've not denied it once, so I expect you. I expect you to pay for this.
The cruise was already paid for through my fiance. I don't pay for no cruise. I don't do nothing.
Okay, so that frees. Okay, so when somebody pays something for you, that frees up your money to pay child support. So if you've been working, you would have your money freed up.
That's why I say I can send the 473 in. That's what you asked me. Only thing about the cruise is that was already paid for ahead of time. She does that. I have
okay, but all I'm saying is that freed up your
money.
That's
personal, like that don't have nothing to do with
it. Is, and so is child support. It's personal to your child that they get support. So I'm going to go ahead and have Miss Holt come on in and sign that warrant for me. And if I don't see any money being put on that account, then I will do my part, because she's right. I recognize your name. You have been coming in for a year.
If I see my payment in, let me take out a warrant, because you asked me to send 473. I just told you I was sending in on the field because I'm at work and the office is closed on Monday.
Okay, Mr. Holloway, listen to me. I'm going to have Miss Holt come on in and sign the warrant. I'm not going to sign my part unless you don't pay that money. Now, this has been going on for a year, and all we have to show for it is two $400 payments.
It's been going on a year because it started. I just got the letters from my address to send it. They started sending you some information. So where I was staying or whatever, y'all just started getting it.
What does it have to do with paying child support?
So what I'm saying is, when I went to court, when I first talked to you all, you told me about the situation. So I said, that's understandable. But because it's been a whole year, that doesn't have anything to do with my personal life. I just got to do what I got to do. That's why I don't do extra. Like you said, don't do that extra because it's just a gift. So I'd rather just send y'all my money to child support. However she distributed it out to my kid, that's on her.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that. But all I want is for you to pay the child support money. That's all I'm asking for. So then why isn't it being paid?
Like I said, last month I went
to a place.
You were on a cruise. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
Last month you were on a cruise. Okay. What I want you to do is just pay the child support. We can go on and on and on about, you know, the trials in your personal life, but it doesn't help us to move forward. So I expect both of you back on October the 6th. And like I said, $946 needs to be able to be shown. If you need information, Ms. Holt, about where to go to sign that warrant, please put it in the chat so that we can get you to the right destination. Okay?
Judge.
Okay.
Judge.
Yes?
Ms. Holt actually came and signed the warrant the last time from the last hearing. That's what you instructed her to do.
Oh, really? So we told you this already.
Yes.
But I go to child
never
support.
pay. He will not
It
pay.
doesn't matter.
He don't do
I don't pay. I just
Okay,
paid.
okay. You know what? I'm not gonna, Mr. Holloway, Mr. Holloway, Mr. Holloway, listen to me. I'm gonna come on in today and sign my part of the warrant, because I'm not gonna keep telling Ms. Holt the same thing every week. And you know all of this, and you're still not paying.
You're
okay, Ms. Holt, you are excused, as
So
well as Mr. Holloway.
Do I need to go back?
Well, no, if you, no, Mr. Freeman says that you already signed that warrant, so I just need to sign my part. I'm sorry, I just wasn't aware that we had gotten to that point already. So I'll just sign my part and we'll move forward. Okay?
Okay, so do I need to show back up, or will they let me know?
No, you'll, you know, I'm not sure. Mr. Freeman, does somebody let her know when the warrant has gone out?
No, we don't notify them once it's
no. Okay, I'm sorry. We just go ahead and send it out. You know, you might get notified when he's actually picked up.
Correct.
Okay.
Please do. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. You have a good weekend.
You too.
Okay, you are dismissed, Mr. Holloway. Okay. Okay.
Yes. I have a question before I leave.
Okay. What is it?
So if I pay my money on the field, like I said, I'm gonna bring it in, y'all still gonna take out a warrant on me?
Well, what day are you going to pay that money?
I just said on the field because y'all offer you.
But how much are you going to pay?
You said 473, man.
No, I said 946. Once I learned about the cruise, I changed the amount.
That's gonna have nothing to do with me. The cruise.
Yes, it does.
For me.
That's okay. That freed up your money. Listen, Mr. Holloway, are you going to pay the 946 or not?
I'm not gonna be able to pay the whole 946. I can send in $473 on the field. I can walk it into the office and get them a purge payment.
I'm going to leave it up to Miss Holt. Do you want to hold off and get the $476?
No, go pick him up. Because at this point, you keep playing.
Okay. Okay. So if you pay Mr. Holloway, borrow the money from your wife, put the 946 on, and I will not sign my part of the warrant. But if you're not going to do that, then I'm sorry. This is the way it works because we've been dragging this on too long. Okay.
No problem.
Have a good weekend, both of you.
Thank you.
Nothing but the truth. Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Lassiter and Miss Phillips. Let me have you praise your. Okay. Okay. So, wow.
I want the case to be dismissed because he's been paying payments on his check.
I see. Well, thank you, Mr. Lassiter. Okay. Okay.
That way we both can get back to work because we
absolutely. Absolutely. No problem with that. You two are the joy to work with today. So this matter is dismissed. And thank you, Mr. Lassiter. I appreciate you doing what you did. Okay.
No problem. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And I know sometimes the signal is just slower. I know that sometimes you are talking and that it just isn't coming through. Okay. So I am showing.
If I could give an update with what you're looking at right now, the respondent also made a payment on August 31st of $240. So that is an update we have.
Okay. Okay. And Ms. Jones, you probably do not have that yet, but let's just see where we are. So,
no, I've seen it. I just want Keenan to be consistent. That's the only thing. I just need him to stay consistent. That's all.
Okay. And Mr. Jones, I'm sorry, not Mr. Love. Are you going to be able to keep paying money every month? Because you really have a low child support amount. You know, it really should not be any type of a problem to keep this type of child support going. And right now your arrearages are only at $700. So I don't want to see you get yourself into a bad situation. So are you going to be able to keep making this $200 payment?
I am. I've missed May and June, but I'm back on track.
Okay. Okay. That's good to hear. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to make sure that you can comply with this. So I am going to put you on my calendar for November the 3rd. Now, remember, what I'm doing is I'm going to look in the system and I'm going to see whether you're making payments every month or whether you're waiting until November the 1st to make a payment for, you know, the whole thing. Because what
I understand how the court works. You will see a payment every month, Judge. Like I said, I'm back on track. I missed May and June, but I am back on track.
Great. I will not bore you then with telling you how things work. I'm going to trust that you're going to take care of that, and I'm going to dismiss you for today. And just remember, your next hearing date is November 3rd. Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Okay.
You have a
Ms.
great day.
Watkins, is this the way it's always been?
Yeah, and I think the last time we were here, he had said that he was gonna do like 125 a week going forward. And I didn't get anything until I think like last week he made like a $100 payment.
Yeah.
That was all I saw this month. So, or last month.
Okay, we need to figure out what is going on with him. So,
Your Honor, the notes that the prior side made was that he had come in and spoken with the court about how he had torn his meniscus and he was getting an MRI next week. I don't know what the result of that was, if the custodial parent knows, if he's unable to work.
I have no idea. I haven't spoken to him. And that's, I guess, the same line he always uses when we come in. I think he said that the last couple of times.
Really?
Hear that something medical was going on. But I know my son did mention that he works every day, 7 days a week when he was with him in his care. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay. I'm going to put you back since we did receive a payment recently. I can't consider it to be an abandonment. So I'm going to put you right back on for 10-6 and see if we can get him in here so that I can find out from him. I mean, I'm glad that he has some consistency, but it's just always a little low. Right. And then he skips whenever he kind of chooses to. And I know that must be frustrating because when you add it all up over a month, I don't think you're ending up with 429. Well, Ms. Camarillo said it's closer to about 300. So we need to kind of, get him back on track because that arrearage is creeping up. He's at 8,175. And if you're always paying just a little bit less here and there, it's just going to keep getting out of hand. Okay, so I'm going to see you on October the 6th, and hopefully we can. Do you know if he works a job that we can do an income deduction order, or is he being paid with cash?
Well, from my understanding, he was working with his brother-in-law, but I guess they just pay him under the table. Yeah, they don't do payroll, so I don't know.
Right. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be difficult. Okay, we'll try and work with what we have. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. October the 6th. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay.
Look at him at work. Boy, where am
Can you turn on your camera so I can, Ms. Barrett, get sworn in audibly?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is everybody else getting that feedback? Is just me?
No, everybody.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So Mr. Phelps, I see one payment on July the 3rd.
Your Honor, there's a payment a couple days ago, August 31st. He paid $387.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay, so what's going on, Mr. Phelps? Are you going to be able to keep this up?
Yes, ma'am. Like doing, but yeah, I'll be able to keep up the payments for sure.
Okay. Did you actually receive that, Ms. Barrett? The very recent one?
He just paid it only because he knew he had court this morning. I do see it pending for yesterday he paid, but it's not consistent. I don't get consistent payments. Our son is years old. You can see I get the bare minimum or it's not consistent.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm put you back on for 10/20/23 because you made your August payment. I'm going to be checking to see if you make your September payment. And then that October payment. So I'm going to be checking, for those two payments when I see you on October the 20th. You understand, Mr. Phelps? Because I'm trying to get you to be consistent.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And then one more question. I'm not aware of the job that he's working. It looked like he's working, but and I know he's been working for a while, but it's nothing documented that he has a job or anything is coming out of his paycheck.
Is your job such that we can do an income deduction order, Mr. Phelps?
No, ma'am. It's cash. I do landscaping contracts for the city. Nah, we can pay like once a month, you know what I'm saying, twice a month. Really. That's what really messed it up too, because we had some payments that was late on their part. But No, ma'am, it's not where they can deduct out like from payroll or anything. It's straight cash.
Okay. So
but I'm responsible enough to make my payments. But she knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the place to talk about it. But like, I have no problem paying child support. I have no problem paying child support. You know what I'm saying? But like, if the help there, then you know what I'm saying, just use the help. Even if it's not pertaining to money, just use all the help for life can be easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, I can do everything she doing if she let me.
Okay, you're breaking up, but I'm not sure that what you're saying is really relevant. So I just want you back on October the 20th so I can review. Okay?
Okay, is y'all gonna send an email to remind us of the court date?
Mr. Freeman, do they do that?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, you will receive one. Okay. So, wow, Mr. Reed, I don't show anything having been received since April of 2019, but that doesn't make sense. Child support, why is his arrearage only $387.50? It should be
because they haven't put the new arrears on the system yet. That's just from when the case was reopened. We filed a motion to adjudicate August 30th. So that's where the case status is. We have to adjudicate the arrears that were accrued while the case was closed.
Okay.
Or before the case was opened.
Okay. Okay. So is there an issue with you understanding that your case is open, Mr. Reed?
What you mean, my case? Nah. This is in a couple of weeks we go to court for custody. We going to court anyway. So they're gonna handle a lot of stuff. It might be irrelevant. What I'm saying is
you understand that you still have to pay child support, you know.
Yeah, she just opened up a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that's cool. I understand that. They supposed to because she filed this after I filed that, so we already had that handled. So she keeps trying to inundate me with a bunch of nonsense before that court. So I understand.
No.
She is a fact.
Is she taking care of the child right now?
What'd you say?
Is she taking care? Does she have custody of the child right now?
Yeah, by force. Like it's
by force.
Yes, because my son has been begging her to live with me. Am I lying? Mm-hmm. You want to now? This is no perjure yourself now. So and she has been holding him from me. She ain't been letting me talk to him. And then she finally let him talk. She finally let me talk to him. I just picked him up from school because she couldn't get it yesterday, and I just picked him up from school yesterday. I pay for everything. I'm the one that pay for it. I know it's considered gifts, which is understood. But on top of the gift that I paid for him, paying for all his dues, I bought all the shoes that he got. She just bought him a pair of shoes.
But that doesn't. But I've said 100 times.
I helped her with her. She needed the help with her power.
Pay the child support.
Power bill too. So I helped her with that before. So it ain't like earlier this year. So it's not like if it's a situation where if I understand in court you got whatever guidelines you're gonna follow. So it's only so much that I can say with in this situation. So from what I've been seeing with how you've been with the other cases, it seemed like if I don't say exactly like what you want to hear as far as I've been putting.
I want you to tell the truth. That's why I swear you in.
That's what I'm doing. But the things that I do for my child hold no weight in this court. So that's what I'm saying. Exactly. So it's like
but it's like you telling your car loan person that you're exchanging services for your car loan note. When you have a bill, you have to pay the bill. Nobody's going to accept that you go over there and you clean up the parking lot for your car dealership. They're not going to accept that in lieu of you paying, your car note. It's the same thing. You're trying to force us to accept something different than what you have been court ordered to do.
No, I'm not trying to force you to accept anything.
If you're paying child support, you pay the child support. You don't bring over sneakers. You don't do all of this other stuff. You pay the child support. If you tried that at Kroger, you're gonna bring in all the carts for them and tell them that that's what you're gonna give them to pay for groceries? You have to pay your child support.
Your response to me is based off of your understanding of what I'm saying, which is not what I'm saying. So what I'm saying
are you not telling me that you're giving her other things in lieu
of paying
your child support?
I'm telling her I take care of my son, everything that he needs. But you're saying
not. Because if the child lives in her house, then you're not taking care of your responsibilities. It's easy. No, it's not the opinion of the law. it's easy for you to just buy sneakers and do things when you choose to. It's a much bigger responsibility to have to pay your bills when they are owed every single month. And I'm sure that you understand that when it comes to your personal bills. You just refuse to accept it when it comes to taking
Not
care
at
of
all.
the child.
Not at all.
No,
That's why
he
I'm saying
said
you're basing
that
it off
if
your
I do
understanding of the
not,
situation.
if he said I'm money hungry because I want child support, and if I cannot pay my bills, then my son needs to live with him
Do your
because
son be
I
asking
need
to live
child
with me?
support.
Do
That's
your
what
son
he
ask
said.
you every day to
So
live
he
with me?
refuses to
Okay.
pay child support. He
Yeah, yeah.
refuses to pay. He has a CDL license and he
Mhm.
refuses to work because he has a CDL license. He also has a business under his name, and he also has a nonprofit with his current girlfriend that he's living with. So
Well,
he
the
has
one thing that he probably doesn't understand is that if you are behind in child support, unless you can prove unfitness, there's just no way the court is going to consider, changing custody because you've not done the number one thing that it takes to prove that you can take care of a child. So, but I'll leave
Oh, I
that
got a
for.
different type of evidence for the court case. That
Okay,
wasn't no
we'll
point
go ahead. So that
Yeah,
court will
he said he
handle
paid-
that. That court will handle that. But until such time as you have some written evidence that custody has been changed, then I need to see $286. So tell me when you're going to pay it.
After the 14th of next month.
And when's your court hearing date?
The 14th.
Yeah,
of this
that's what I
month.
figured. Okay, so I'm going to expect to see that money because this is a low child support amount. I need to see that 286 by the 10th.
Why? I don't
Because
understand.
I'm not
I've been
going to
seeing other
let
people
you
getting
have
forced out.
your
It's like
way.
you say, because what?
Because I'm not going to let you have your way.
But I'm saying though, you taking your own personal thing and you using it for me when you weren't doing the same thing with the other people, because you were pushing other cases out to October and everything. This is literally like 2 weeks, man. And it's not like I sitting there I ain't trying to cause you no issue.
But you have not paid anything since 2019.
Haven't been
not like the other. That's not like my other cases. And please, you need to stop raising your voice. 2019. That's 4 years that your child has not received anything. Now you giving him gifts. I will give you. Okay, that's fine. So if you've had that grace for all this time that nobody's been pursuing you for child support.
I've been taking care of everything.
I've asked him to pay bills. I've asked him for child support. Only thing he wants to do is put him in sports. I'll pay for sports, and that's it. That's all he wants to do.
Okay.
I'll buy him shoes. The last time he bought his shoes was his birthday, May 4th. What have you bought him since May 4th?
You've been keeping him from me. What do you mean?
That's not an issue, Mr. Reed. Okay, Mr. Freeman, can you put both of them on mute? And I just need to let you know something. Okay, so I need for that child support to be paid. Actually, my next hearing date is the 6th. So I need to see $286 paid on that account so that I can see it by October the 6th and we can move forward. Whatever happens with your other case happens, but you still owe this money. So it's not like you've been tortured into paying more than what you owe. It is already there and they haven't even started with your arrearages yet. So I'm sure that it's a lot more than the $287.50. That's money that you're obligated to pay no matter who has custody after that hearing. So I'm going to dismiss both of you and I want to see you back on the 6th. Okay. You are both dismissed. And I'm sorry, Miss Corrado. I had meant to come back and grab you earlier because you were position number 1 and you had to sit through all of this. And Mr. Brown did not appear. Did you hear anything from Mr. Brown, Mr. Freeman?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Not for today. We spoke to him yesterday, though.
Yeah, but I don't understand if he said he was going to be here. I don't understand why he didn't at least show up and tell us why. You said that you really don't have any contact with him. Is that correct, Ms. Corrado?
Yes, Jamal is extremely disrespectful when I ask him anything in regards to money. So I have actually blocked communication from him. He does have my son's number, and him and my son have, he texts my son, but other than that, I was forced to file this. I tried to go through the child support system. I gave them the address when they asked me for a location. That's when he did make that one-time payment after a year, and there's been nothing ever since. I reached out to his mother, his father. I let them know that I was filing this, and still nothing.
Okay. What I'm going to do is, you know, because I don't want to drag this out for you. I'm going to put you right back on my next calendar this month, which is for the 15th, September the 15th, and see if he shows himself. And if not, then I'll just have you come on in and sign that warrant, because, you know, it's not acceptable to just pay one payment here and there when you feel like it. And, you know, this is a small amount of child support. So if he can't keep up with this, we're kind of lost. And, you know, we'll go ahead and send it on to the next court if need be. Okay.
Can you explain how that works? So on the 15th, we'll have another court date. If he shows up, what's next? Okay.
So if he shows up, then, you know, obviously he won't know that I've put out an order that he needs to pay because he's not here. So I'm trying to see if we can get him to appear and make a commitment to start paying child support regularly. And then I'll just, you know, follow up on it every few months, like you've seen with, you know, a lot of the other participants, and make sure that it stays current, because I understand that if there's not a court date following up, then child support will just stop. I also want to find out whether he has a job that we can do an income deduction order from. So if I can find out some information about him, then that's what we'll do on the 15th. If not, I'm probably just going to ask you to come on in and sign the warrant. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm giving him one more chance, but, you know, we'll see. I'm only doing that because he did.
Uh-oh. Hello?
I think you froze. Oh, there you go. Now we can hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm just extremely frustrated because it has been 2 years.
I understand.
And I'm not sure who the other person is on the call, but he said that he spoke to him, so he knew about this court date.
Right.
I just don't understand why the second chance. I just need help. And
I understand, but you have to understand from my perspective, when I do the arrest, first of all, I can't tell you how soon it will be that they will apprehend him. And once I do that arrest, you're going to go into another phase where it's going to be state court, and there's going to be monies that have to be paid that are not going to, they're going to start going toward probation fees and other things, and not toward the child. So I do try to do what I can do to avoid that, because I want every penny that is available to him to go to your child rather than to going to court fees. So, you know, and you probably sensed a lot of frustration from a lot of other clients that, you know, a lot of times I'm trying to pull things together for more than just one. So I'm just asking you to be patient and just bear with me. One more court date. We'll let him, you know, either he's going to do something or we'll just move forward with the warrant. Okay. 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 You have
the new court information. Will it come to me via email or mail?
Mr. Freeman, isn't it?
Via both in the mail as well as via the email.
Okay.
Both. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay. You're welcome, and have a good weekend. Be patient with me. Okay.
All right.